All right, guys, welcome to Raw with Roadbloc and Manuel Harley-Davidson. We have special guest back-to-back Bagger Racing League champion Jake McGuire. What's going on, dude?
Not much. Just ventured over here to Lexington.
Nice little trip over from Glasgow.
Yeah, if it wasn't raining, it wouldn't have been bad at all.
Yeah, not bad. Then slow down a little bit. A little bit of road rage coming over here. Get out
A little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, man. So you race in the Bagger Racing League, right?
Yes, sir.
You want to tell us a little bit about that? How you got started into that and stuff?
Really, it's just on accident.
Just accidentally
Yeah,
racing motorcycles.
pretty much. So I remember seeing some guys back in like 2016, 17 that were out running in California on like dynos, just
Yeah.
racing sport bikes and stuff. Well, then Rob Bidos and Drag Specialties came out and did that first King of the Baggers race.
Yeah.
So, of course, I was interested in watching that. Never been on a track in my life. No racing experience whatsoever, no dirt, nothing like that. So watched that and just kind of got bit by it, wanted to go give it a shot. So we signed up for a track day like a year or two later.
Yeah.
Finally made it out there and just kind of fell in love with it. Hit a couple of those and then decided, what the hell, we'll give it a shot. So me and a buddy went out there in 2024 and just ran the whole season.
And you didn't get your first bike till you were, what, 20?
Yeah, I was like 20, 21 years
Did you
old.
ride before that?
No, never.
So
I'd
you come
been-
in 20, how old are you now?
33.
33. So you come in 20 years old. 4 years later, he's like, I'm going to race motorcycles.
Nah, I think I was like 30. So
Okay.
I've been riding for a while now.
Okay.
But yeah, I had no motorcycle experience whatsoever when I got into Harleys. No dirt. I had rode some four-wheelers here and there.
Yeah.
Went down and bought a bike in Nashville and didn't even know how to ride at home.
So you hadn't taken any classes or nothing? Like
No.
you didn't take the rider safety course or
No.
nothing? You just hopped. Did you ride at home?
No.
So,
So that was the plan originally. So I get on this thing and I'm like, okay, I've rode four-wheelers.
Killed it a couple
I'm
times.
like, how do I start this thing? They're telling me all this, and they're telling me, like, you should probably haul this thing. I was like, I got it. And
Yeah.
it was Boswell's, which is right there on the interstate. So
Yeah.
my plan was to get out of the parking lot onto
On the interstate. As long as
and
you
go
get off,
home.
you're good. Right.
Well, I take off in the parking lot and almost ran a guy over. Like, there's one other person in the parking lot, and I just can't stop. So I was like, maybe not the best idea.
Oh, man.
So we loaded it in a truck and hauled it home. And then the next day, my brother was I had him haul it up to the park. I'm going to learn how to ride this thing in
Yeah.
a parking lot where I don't hurt anybody.
And what kind of bike was that?
That was a 2004 Sportster 883 that I
Perfect
paid
bike to
way
learn.
too much
Way too
money
much
for with way too much interest.
So we all get there. We all get a little bit excited and stuff. So that, sometimes you sign the paperwork on the first one when you shouldn't have.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
It started something in you that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
It was payday. I had a little bit of money in my pocket. They
I'll
said,
put
give me
that down.
$500. I was like, oh, sold. So I bought that little thing and just instantly fell in love, and it kind of changed my life, really.
Yeah. So you're out here on a Sportster, riding the wheels up. Now, are you from Kentucky or are you from California?
I'm from a little bit everywhere,
A little
honestly.
bit, little vagabond, little traveler.
I'd say Kentucky and Tennessee primarily.
Yeah.
So at the time, I was living down in Portland, Tennessee.
Okay. And then what did you just drive all the way out to California specifically to watch that first race, or like when
No.
everybody's like, let's go out to Cali and watch this?
So I had never been to any races until we actually went to the 1-2 race. I just remember seeing YouTube videos of those
Yeah.
guys out there. They've been doing it for so long. Tony Salima is the guy's name, and he's a ripper and has been for 10, 12 years now.
Yeah.
So it was just fun to watch, and it was always kind of like a pipe dream. Never expected it to go anywhere, and then just finally put some stuff together and gave it a shot.
When your first race, what was you racing?
I had bought a 2021 Lowrider S for
Okay.
like dirt cheap, wasn't running, and that was a super budget build. I think
Yeah.
I ended up like less than 10 grand into everything,
Nice.
like including the bike.
Okay.
So it wasn't exactly set up ideal for the track, but it was good enough to get the job done.
Right. So for the people that's looking to get into racing and stuff, what all do you really need to, like, as a beginner pack to get started racing? Like, what do you have to do to the motorcycle? What kind of gear do you need? Stuff like that.
So the gear was a big holdup for a long time. I had a hard time justifying going out and spending $1,000, $1,500 on a suit to try something and not even know if I was going to like it.
Right.
So my first suit actually came off of eBay for like $50.
And you have to have a suit to get on the track.
Gotta
right?
have a leather suit. A lot of tracks you can do like a two-piece as long as
Yeah.
it zips together. Most people will run a one-piece now.
Yeah.
Gotta have boots and like a gauntlet-style glove.
Yeah, it goes up.
And then a DOT helmet.
Could you imagine trying to fit all this into a leather
Hey,
suit?
they make them.
I wouldn't mind getting out on the track. It looks pretty interesting.
It's a blast. I've been kind of toying with the idea the last couple of years. I'd like to get like a Harley dealership involved and do like a kind of V-twin track day.
Yeah.
Like just for the Harley crowd.
That'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool to get multiple Harley dealerships involved.
I know a lot of them don't really like to work together. There's that
Yeah.
competition, so kind of the logistics and getting it all pieced together is a bit of a headache. But I think it'd be cool to give people an opportunity to get out there a little bit cheaper than normal.
Right. Well, there's really only one track in Kentucky, right?
As far as I know, like I'm not an expert when it comes to racing by
Yeah.
any means, but we've got NCM there in Bowling Green,
it's not
and
too
that
far
track's
from you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes from the house.
I've never been down there, man. I was watching some of your videos out there. They
It's a
look pretty
really cool track.
So I was watching one of your, it wasn't a YouTube, but I was watching one of your videos on your Facebook, and I was like, man, it looks like they're going 30 mile an hour through there. And I got looking real close. I was like, oh, man, he's going 90 and 110 down through there.
Yeah, I think that front straight you'll probably hit like 130, 140.
Yeah, well,
and
my
then it
bike
comes
won't.
into like a 90-degree turn.
Yeah.
It's a cool track, though. There's a lot of track day organizations that you can get with. I run with Fastline, and
Right,
they've
that's
been
one of your
great.
sponsors, right?
Yeah, they stepped up again this year. They're going to help me out. Great people to work with, and they're great for like helping out anybody at any skill level.
Now, who was that again?
It's Fastline Track Days. They're out
Fastline
of
Track Days.
Cincinnati.
Real put that link up there for us.
Oh, yeah.
That way, give a little love to one of your sponsors there. It's out of Cincinnati, you say?
Yep.
And then I got looking, they actually have some track dates coming up in 2026, right?
Yep. So they just released their whole schedule. I don't have it memorized, but they're going to be running NCM in Bowling Green, and then they've got Talladega GP, which is somewhere down in Alabama. I've never been down there, so I'm excited to go try that one out
Might
too.
have to get down there. Now, I got looking, and I think in August, 8th and 9th, they have a race. Or not a race, but a track day. I might try to make it down there on the 9th. Not that I'm going to race, but I might come down there
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
and check it out.
See if you can
It'd be
find you
pretty
a suit.
cool.
Get out there.
Yeah. Now, you said the suit and the DLT helmet, the gauntlet style gloves and boots and stuff. Now, what all do you need to do to your bike? Because I see some of these bikes, they got duct tape or tape over the headlights. They got safety wire and stuff like that on them.
Yeah, so to get onto the track at most track days, you're not going to have to mess with like the safety wire or anything. That's more when you get into the racing. As far as like basic modifications, it's a Harley. It's not meant to do it. You've got to get it lifted up just to get some ground clearance so you're not dragging everything.
Dude, I am dragging my kickstand,
Yep.
the little flap on
Yep.
that thing. Every time I turn, it sounds like I'm going to rip something off of the
Yeah,
bike.
got to get it lifted up.
So how tall are you going to lift that? 2 or 3 inches? Or
You don't want to go too tall because it kind of unsettles everything.
Yeah.
And it'll get like really unpredictable on you. So right now I've got, I think stock on a road glide's like 12, 13 inches. I'm sitting with a 15-inch shock and then an extension on there, so it's sitting about 16.
16 inches. Now, how do you lift in the front? You doing longer fork tubes, or you doing like caps that screw on top of the?
So I've got a set of Legend cartridges in there that are made for a Dyna,
Yeah.
and they're 2 over. So the
Okay.
Dyna tubes are about 2 over stock touring,
Yeah.
and then it's another 2 on top of that. So it's a little under 4 inches total.
So that's not bad. So that thing you're looking at, it looks like a dirt bike.
Yeah, it's way up there.
So when you're sitting on that thing, your legs are just sitting down like a dirt bike. You're not like a normal seating position.
No,
when you
I can't
come in.
flat foot it
Yeah.
on both feet. I'm usually got one foot and like leaned over on it.
I feel like that'd be pretty comfortable riding, because like sometimes when I feel like I'm out on, like I come up to a light or something, I'm sitting there, I feel awkward with my knees up real
Yeah.
high, sitting and stuff.
Yeah, you don't have that problem. You're definitely like reaching
Yeah.
for it, trying to get the foot down.
You use that big gap between the fender and the tire.
Yep.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's I mean, half the fun's building the bike. Brakes are obviously important.
Right.
Harley actually makes some decent brakes to like
Yeah.
get started with like the Brembo stuff, but if you go to like some aftermarket calipers and rotors, like it really does make a difference.
Okay.
The motor, I mean, obviously you want to go fast, but it's kind of bottom priority with all that.
Really?
Yeah, you tend to make up your speed in the corners more
Okay.
than on your straightaways.
So what are you looking to do to your bike when you get one? What's your idea setup? What kind of what CC motor you running, or not CC, cubic inch or whatever?
So I actually cheated last year. The rules were 117. I'll say it now because I'm playing by the rules this season. But I bought the bike. It had a 124 on it.
Yeah.
And the class that I'm running with has a limit of 117. It's kind of a hard motor to build. There's not a lot of aftermarket
Yeah.
stuff because most people just kind of bypass that and get to your bigger options now.
Yeah. Just bolt that 135 on there.
Yeah.
Put a big cam in
Yep.
it.
So don't want anything like crazy high lift on the cam because I don't want it to be a dog down low. Because
Right.
you do kind of use all
Yeah,
of the
coming out of
gear
the curves
range.
and stuff
Yep.
like that.
So kind of a good all-around cam. want to up the compression as much as possible, but I also don't have the money to be rebuilding this thing every time.
What are you doing that? You just decking the heads or?
They're going to be decked a little bit, and then I'm running actually a Harley set of pistons this year, so it's not going to be anything crazy high. We're shooting for kind of mid 11s. If I can get around 12.1, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And then kind of tires and stuff like that. I seen one in one of your pictures. You had like wraps around the tire to keep them heated. I guess.
Yep, got
it
some
looked
tire
like it was
warmers.
probably 100 degrees out that day.
Yeah,
And you still wrap those things?
Just to keep them warm. So that first lap, tire pressure is super important when you get on the track.
Yeah.
So like a couple degrees can
Really make it
all
fluctuate.
or a couple psi can really change the ride of the bike. So if you can get it hot before your first lap, you don't have to worry about like taking it easy on that first lap.
Is it real loose on the first lap if the tires are cold?
It
Coming out
can
of the
be,
curves?
yeah. It likes to dance around on you a little bit.
What about the texture on the track? Is it anything like the street?
No. So it really depends on what track you're going to. Like I speak so highly of NCM because the track surface is like perfect.
Yeah.
You go to some of those like out west and the asphalt or concrete,
Made of
whatever they
pea
make
gravel.
them. Yeah, it's completely different. You've got sand blowing across it.
Oh man.
I guess they have a lot of problems with them cracking out there, so there's a lot of repairs and stuff. So you kind of have
heat
to
out that way.
Yeah, you got to kind of be mindful and learn the track before you really start
couple
giving it
laps in
hell.
before you get in there and give it.
Yeah, like we were out in Willow Springs a couple of years ago.
Where's that at?
California.
Okay.
Down southern California in the middle of the desert. And there's like one spot of that track in particular, like you do not want to go on a motorcycle because I guess the cars have like tore it up
Running
so much.
it out and it comes down.
So like you're leaned over in a turn and it's like the damn whoops on a MX track. Yeah. We actually had a guy go down because of that. Like you're hard on the brakes and hitting and just lose the front end.
Speaking of that, I think I seen a video of you go down on.
Yeah, I had a rough year this year.
Come around. It looked like it was out west somewhere. You come around a curve and the straight stretch, and it didn't really
And
want
just
to turn.
pile of dust.
Yeah, just a pile of dust.
Yeah,
is
so
all it
that was out in Vegas. That was the last race of the, or second to last race of the year. I was actually running really good, and they race a couple
feeling it way
classes
too
together.
much.
So I was running fairly close to some of the guys that were above me in the next class, and I got a little bit cocky and just sent it a little too hard.
I've been there on the street before. You know, I'm a big guy, but like I used to ride sport bikes and stuff, and I could make some rubber roll up on a back tire on the street, but I was probably out riding my limits. You know?
That's exactly what had happened. I saw a guy that I had kind of been way behind all year, and I was closer than I had been. I was like, I'm going to go for it. I saw a white flag and made it one turn.
Yeah, oh, man.
Part of it, though. I mean, that's the good thing about the suits. I'm lucky. I've never wrecked on the street. I've had some very close calls, but been really lucky.
Yeah.
So going down out there didn't hurt nearly as bad as I was expecting.
Well, they still have sand and stuff, and it's supposed to soften the blow because it moves a lot easier and stuff. But when you wreck, buddy, I guess the tires start digging, the bikes just start rolling and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's just stuff going everywhere.
Yeah. Now, you said you hadn't really been hurt. Now, I'd imagine you're pretty sore after something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right before my daughter was born was my first wreck on the track. I was actually on my street bike doing a track day and just went in a little too deep, got some clearance issues, hit the foot peg mount, and just lost the front end. And I broke the top of my foot. That's the worst one I've had. And then did good until didn't have any last year. Or I'm sorry, the year before, the first year of racing. And then last year, 2025, I went down out in California, just went off the track, bike fell over, no big deal. Well, I think I tore my damn shoulder picking the heavy thing up.
Man.
So it was sore for about a month. Everything starts to heal up, and we go to Nebraska a month later.
You get to travel quite a bit for this.
Oh, yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
A lot of driving. But went out there like right out a month later and wrecked on that same arm. So it doesn't quite have the mobility it used to. So I don't really count that as being like badly hurt. Like it'll bother me for a little bit, but it's nothing serious.
Now, do you ride a lot on the street? Because I notice a lot of guys that actually do these track days and actually race and stuff, they actually don't spend a lot of time on the streets.
Yeah, so I always said I'd never be that guy. Because when we first started going to the track, you hear all these people like, yeah, I don't ride on the streets anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's too dangerous, blah, blah, blah. It's not really the danger thing that bothers me.
Your whole life.
Yeah, I just had my daughter, and I stay with her all the time. I don't really get to ride like I used to.
Right.
Like I still love it. Any chance I get, I'm still on the bike, but those opportunities are fewer and further between now.
Well, in the summertime, I daily my bike.
Yeah.
If it's nice outside, I'm riding it.
Yep.
I've been a little sissy this past year, and I didn't ride as much as I should have. But yeah, I'm usually on my bike, putting miles on it, riding to and from work. And I've got about an hour commute here,
Yeah.
so it's
That's a good
pretty
way to
nice.
start the day, though.
Yeah, man, you get up, smoke something, and take off going. And
Yeah, when I
just-
was working in Bowling Green, I was like right at an hour. So when I was still living down in Portland, it was a great way to start the day. Had a little bit of back roads, and got some interstate if I wanted to make like some high speed pulls and shit, and have a bad day at work or whatever. It's kind of a nice way to relax and forget about it.
So I got about 30 miles of back road that I get to come up 70 out of Somerset, and then I cut across 150 and I hit 75 up here, and from 75 it's Mount Vernon to here. It typically takes about 40 something minutes in a car.
Yep.
But you can make it in about 30 on a motorcycle.
Yep. Yeah, I used to have a stretch. I'm not doing it anymore, so I can talk about it. But in between Bowling Green and Franklin, there's only 2 spots where cops can sit.
Yeah.
And there's one big hill.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was where I'd always try to hit 150 on my street bike. And I mean, I got to like 148 a couple times, but the old road glide just wasn't having it.
Come on.
But yeah, nowhere near the riding that I used to. There for a while, I went a few years without a car. Like just had no desire.
Yeah.
Winter, all that stuff.
Well, I
It
rode
was
last
fun.
year through the wintertime
Yeah,
and stuff. Of
I'm
course,
getting a little bit soft in my old age. I don't enjoy it like I used to.
I bought heated gear, dude.
Yeah, that shit's awesome.
Yeah, it's lovely. Everybody's like, oh, this and that, and it's like, man, he's like, 50 degrees. I put my heated gear on.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely spoils you.
Everybody's like, it's only 50, man. Yeah, but I have it. Why not?
Yeah, but
use
it's
it?
80 in here.
Yeah, it's 80. My back's sweating right now,
Yep.
man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I pretty much lived on a bike there for a little bit, and then my daughter came along, and I'm not complaining. Like, I miss my motorcycle, but
Yeah.
I've got kind of a new thrill in life going on.
Yeah, trying to get her now. How soon you got her on a strider yet? She up walking
Yeah,
around?
yeah, a little bit. So she had her first Harley ride. She wasn't even a year old.
Oh,
we had
yeah.
one of those little baby carriers.
Yeah,
I'd strap her
in
on
there.
and take her around the neighborhood. And there for a while over the summertime, that was like our daily routine. We'd go out
Get
and
up,
ride for
take
about
a
20
ride.
minutes.
She probably got mad when you stopped doing
Oh
that.
yeah, absolutely. So
Why is she cranky? Because she ain't had her wind therapy
yep,
today.
she absolutely loves bikes. I'm kind of grateful and also kind of scared to death. Like,
You're going to have to buy one when
Yeah.
she turns 16.
yeah, hell, it'll probably be before then,
And
honestly.
Get her a 250 and get her on. So now, do you have to have a motorcycle license or a driver's license to be able to operate a motorcycle on the track?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't think so, actually, because I want to say, I think you can get out there at like 14, so I don't even think you can get a license at that point.
Yeah.
Like every now and again, you'll see like some young kids out there on like 300s just absolutely ripping.
Those new Ninja 400s are pretty wicked. That
Yeah.
inline 4-cylinder 400, those things will scream.
Yeah.
It's very surprising.
Yeah, there's nothing more humbling than being out there and I'm on a damn 124 or 128, whatever the bike may be, and here comes a little Ninja 300
Right.
with somebody that actually knows what they're doing, just passing you on the corner.
Yeah. And then, like you said, a 124 or 128, that's like almost 2 liters.
Yeah.
Most cars nowadays, most compact cars don't have a 2-liter
Yeah.
engine in them. And here you are on something between your legs with a gas tank.
Yep.
With almost
Hoping for the best.
Yeah, just rolling through there. There's a picture on your Facebook I got taken a look at. It's a lowrider ST, and the rear end of that thing is sunk about 3 foot in a mud hole. How did that happen?
So I never bought a new bike before until that one.
So that was a new bike.
Yep, that was it had 2,000-3,000 miles on it at the time. And that's back before my daughter was born, and I was just kind of notorious for taking off at any given point.
I'm the same way now.
Yeah, like if I was off on a Monday, I might drive down to Florida and do a turn and burn.
That's the same thing I did.
Yeah.
I got my 2 days off. I'd leave here Saturday after work. I think last time I did this, I went to Mississippi.
Yeah,
I left here
like,
Saturday
just pick
after work.
anywhere.
By 3 o'clock in the morning, I was in the coastline.
Yep.
I got me a little hotel, hung out,
So
stayed the night the next day, and then come back.
I think the plan that time is I was actually going to go over to the Dragon or something, and I never really checked the weather, but I just happened to check it that day, and it was raining down
Yeah.
there. So I just started looking around. I think I Googled like motorcycle routes or something in Kentucky.
Yeah, you didn't know you was on an adventure bike route.
So that was over somewhere in like Somerset, and it says, I found some website that like rates all these like off-road trails or
Yeah.
something. And again, I've never rode off-road other than just doing a couple little like trails here and there. But it said something about it's hard, compact, and easy for the average rider. I was thinking, okay, I'm on a Harley, hard, compact, average rider. Like I can probably do this.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't take into account that it had also been raining over there, and the place was in like bad flooding.
Oh gosh.
So I got over wherever the hell I was at in the middle of nowhere and just started tooling around. And that picture, I actually made it through that the first time.
Yeah, I was like, because I told Rue, I was looking at it, I was like, look, Rue, I was like, he's stuck. I was like, if you think about this, the front tire had to go through that same hole.
So I made it all the way through the first time,
Yeah.
and there was actually a worse one. It was like a pond pretty much. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, I got to turn around. I don't want to get this thing stuck. And made it almost all the way through, and the back tire kicked off. And I was in the middle of absolute nowhere. So I had to walk probably quarter of a mile to get back to the road. Still no signal.
Waving somebody down.
And at that point, I'm like covered from like the waist down in mud, sweating, didn't have any water or anything. So I probably looked like a crackhead walking down the road.
Hey man, you help me
Yeah,
with
so
my
nobody's stopping at all. So I think I ended up walking like 2 miles to a gas station to use their phone because I didn't have any signal. So then I'm like calling all these tow trucks, and like they can't even get back there.
Yeah.
So I ended up finding a kid on a like a mule or a
Side by
gator,
side.
yeah,
Hey man,
something
can you come
like
drag
that.
me out of this hole?
And I was like, dude, I'll give you like $200. I'm quarter mile off the road. Come drag me out. And like as we're going back there, his dad's just looking at me like I'm an idiot. I'm looking at myself like an idiot. Like
Just
I'm
sitting
covered
over there
in
with
mud,
your head
yeah,
down.
dehydrated. So we ended up just taking a tow strap and just wrapping around both forks and just yanking the hell out of that thing.
Man, and the bike weighs what, 600 pounds almost?
I don't know. It's heavy when it's in a mud pit though.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I think you said 3 days later, what'd you do?
Yeah, and then we hosted a hill climb there in Glasgow a few days later. And I actually told you wrong. I thought I had won that one. I think I got second in that one. But yeah, I ended up taking it on a hill climb. This was back when like the STs were still kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Like they had just been
Everybody
released.
wanted a lowrider ST.
Yeah.
Here you are running yours through a mud hole.
Yep. So I put a couple videos of it online, just kind of laughing about it. And people
And
didn't
2
really
weeks
like
later,
that.
you needed bearings. And
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that
Oh,
thing's
man.
had a rough life.
You still have it now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll keep that one forever. It's done that. I've probably been to 20, 30 states on it. I think it's at like 50,000 miles on it now. It's been wrecked on the track. It's been wrecked on the street. Like I'm stuck with that one.
There's also another little picture on there of you. Looks like you're cresting a hill. There's about 3 foot of air underneath, about 3 foot of air underneath of the back tire.
Yeah, as Harley's suspension is getting better, but it's still not quite set up for that. That one comes down pretty hard.
And then those bikes do have the inverted front end, so.
Yeah, those bottom out too.
Yeah. Especially when you're 600 pounds, 3
Yeah,
foot in
not
the air.
really made for that.
Oh. You got any bucket trips you still want to get out and ride on the street some more? Or you got any big plans for 2026?
So I'm going to do the full season for the BRL again.
Okay, where all does that take you? Do you know?
It's going to be
What
pretty
states?
similar to last year. So I think we've got around in Nebraska, Michigan. We're doing Vintage Days in Mid-Ohio, which is pretty cool. It's like 40,000 people. And then we'll do the finale out in Vegas again.
Yeah.
Other than that, so I think I've hit 42 states now.
On the bikes?
On the bikes,
Yeah.
on a couple different ones. I haven't really done the Northwest up there. So like Oregon, I haven't been to Idaho or Montana. I want to do all those at one time.
You only get a short time of year to go through those states.
Yeah, and the problem is getting out there. I mean, you're probably looking at a 2-day ride.
Yeah.
And then 2 days back, so I'm already...
And you want to spend a couple days out there, so you're a week out.
So I don't know that I'll make that one this year. Tucker Speed is doing a cool bike show out there.
Yeah.
It's called the 2-Bit Moto Show.
Okay.
I thought about maybe flying out for that and renting a bike and maybe at least get a little bit of Utah
If anybody
in.
was smart, they wouldn't rent you a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have to delete my
Can I get
social
that
media
insurance?
first.
Can I get that insurance on there for me? Does that cover everything?
Yeah. So I might do a little bit, but no big plans right now.
Now, all this traveling's got to be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I guess you're getting sponsors and stuff to help you out with this.
So the first year was pretty much 100% self-funded.
Yeah.
I did have Harley down in Bowling Green.
privateer.
Yeah, they helped me out with some entry fees. And then they also let me borrow the truck and trailer.
Okay.
Which was
That's pretty neat.
That was a huge help.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen anymore because I've done it 2 years now and I've wrecked both of their trucks. We hit the first time we
a
hit
deer or something. I think I seen that one.
First time was a deer outside of Memphis. And then the second one, we were on the way back through Arkansas, and a Centos truck decided to stop dead in the middle of I-40 because he missed his exit.
Oh, man.
So we had a 40-foot trailer with like 5 bikes in it. Yep, straight into the back. So that's actually still ongoing. That's a whole mess in itself.
Man.
But yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to borrow a truck anytime soon. It ended up totaling that last one.
Oh, man.
It wasn't a bad wreck, but they were worried about because of the trailer, it like twisted the
Attached
frame or
to it,
whatever.
twisted and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm sorry if they see any of this. None of it was intentional.
I did not mean
Yeah.
to do it.
Wasn't even negligent. Like we were doing everything right, and everything went wrong.
Oh, man. So, yeah, no. I seen you had like a couple sponsors. You said, who do you say the track people was again?
That's Fastline Track Days.
Fastline Track Days. And then that's one of your sponsors. And then who else helps you out a little bit?
So we got Advan Black coming in again this year.
Okay.
We've actually got some cool stuff going on. I hit him up. I talked with Alan over there, who I believe is the CEO.
Okay.
Super friendly guy. Really believes in his product.
They got all kinds of products. They got bags.
They're really expanding the
You know,
past
they
couple
got all
years,
kinds of stuff.
and the quality's getting better.
Yeah.
Like I've known them for a long time, and they were just kind of a cheap option there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But they've really stepped up their manufacturing. Their paint's always been good, and they're really focusing on like some R&D and developing some new stuff. So we're gonna do a full body set this year.
Nice. Like specifically for race bikes, or is it?
It's
just
going to be
like-
something that like anybody can get and put on
Yeah.
their bike. So they sell like full kits. You can get in OEM colors, or they have like a custom paint department, which I didn't even really know about until recently.
I didn't
But
know
yeah,
they
they
had
do
custom
like
paint.
full custom sets
that's
that
pretty
you can
cool.
buy and just swap everything over. Don't have to wait on a painter or anything like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. We're going in with a different color this year. I like the purple, but
Purple was sick, man. I
the
like
purple,
the purple.
that was done with spray cans in my garage. I hung up some tarps from my garage door things and accidentally blocked out all the light when I did it, but didn't want to move it, so that was done with the flashlight and spray cans. Yeah. Looking like a crackhead out there at 2 a.m.
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it
Got
turned
you
out
somewhere.
sick. But yeah, I think we're going to go with the green. We just want something that stands out on camera a little bit.
You gotta
and-
buy another one of those suits.
Yep. That one needed some love anyway.
Yeah.
I'd slid on the left side of that one a couple of times. It was getting a little bit thin.
Yeah, you like that left side?
Yeah. I guess I'd rather just keep doing the same side instead of hurting both of
Yeah.
them.
I seen one of your boots. You had like a Mountain Dew can or
Yeah.
something taped to it, like a little hole in your sock.
So a lot of that is like poor technique because I'm
Yeah.
still new. I'm learning every time I go out
Yeah.
there. But also just the Harleys having the mid
Out there
controls.
like a duck with your feet
Instead of
set.
having like a rear set like
Yeah.
a real race bike.
Yeah.
So I have
You
a
got
hard
mids
time
on
getting
there.
my foot over,
Yeah.
and it doesn't hurt when it's dragging at first, but once you get a hole in there, it gets
Starts
pretty
getting
hot
hot,
pretty quick. So yeah, we were just taking beer cans, Coke cans, whatever, and I'd take a shop rag, wrap the boot, take the piece of metal, and then just duct tape it all
Oh,
together.
man.
Real broke privateer type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, people do it all the time, man. And then you're out here winning championships while you do it. It's not like you're not doing it for nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I've had some good luck.
You got guys out here, that are have big sponsors and stuff like that. Buying them boots every other race and whatnot.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You know what I'm saying? And here
Maybe
you are
we'll get to that level one
taping
day.
a Mountain Dew can to yours, whooping hind end. You get Red Bull in there on that.
That'd be nice. Save me a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah. What's one of your most fun moments that you could think of on like either at a track day or out with the boys or whatever, just out doing some hoonigan stuff?
God, that's a lot to narrow down. As far as racing, I'd say my first win. That was awesome. Out in, it was Willow Springs in California.
So how many times have you raced previously to that before you got your first win?
So I think that was the 4th round. So they do 2 races around. So
Yeah.
that was like races 7 and 8. I actually ended up winning both of them. But it was kind of completely unexpected. So a lot of this racing stuff started out in California.
Yeah.
So those guys, not knocking their talent at all, but they've also just had a lot more time and experience
Yeah,
doing it because they were like a couple years ahead of the curve.
They get a full year of riding around.
Yeah.
We come to Kentucky, we got 7 months.
Yeah. So to get out there and compete with them and then actually have some success, that was a really cool one.
Now, when you started, was you placing your first couple of races and stuff like that, or did it just click one time, like you woke up and he's like, I get it now?
So oddly enough, I got 2nd place my first race, and
Yeah.
like I don't even like tell people that because like I came home and everyone was like, "Oh, congratulations, you did good." I got 2nd place because there was 2 people. Like, nobody showed up for that round. So like I got my trophy and everything.
Yeah.
That's sick. But yeah, nobody showed up for that round for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So it was me and a guy on a Buell, Chris Rivas, that owns Rocket Cams down in
Yeah.
Florida. And dude's a hell of a rider. Like, he beat me by like 30 seconds. Like, it wasn't even close.
Half a lap.
Yeah, just stomped my ass on that one. But it kind of lit a fire. So, like, I think he put like 30 seconds on me the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second day, I think I got it down to like 14.
No, not bad. So
So I was like, okay, we're going the
Yeah.
right way.
well, he'd probably been to that track a time or two before.
Well, I don't know that he had been to that one, but he'd been road racing for a long
Yeah.
time. He definitely had the experience and the far more capable bike.
Speaking of Buell, what do you think of that Super Cruiser?
That thing's awesome.
Yeah, did you
I
get to
want
ride one yet?
I hadn't yet.
Yeah, it's what 170 horsepower. Or
And
something
I think they
like
weigh
that?
like 400 pounds.
Yeah, like and it just looks like it's ready to get
Yeah.
nasty.
I wish they would have stuck with Harley years ago, or
Yeah.
rather, I wish Harley would have stuck with them. But whatever. It's an awesome bike. The whole dealer network is a little concerning.
You think you'll see any of those bikes on the track this year?
Probably not this year, just
Yeah.
because they're so new. We actually did a round, and they had one of their engineers up in Michigan because they're
Yeah.
based out of there. It wasn't that bike, but it was like one of their 1190s that they took out and did a BRL round with. I like that they're listening to everybody, though.
Yeah.
Like, they've been touring that bike around for a long time.
Long time,
They're
getting
it seems like
R&D
they're
and stuff.
listening to
Yeah.
customers and people that have test rode them. But it looks sick, and I hope it's successful just so
Yeah.
they can kind of continue to carry off of it.
I'd like to see Harley do something like that motor, like put the 1250 on on something like that.
I always kind of thought it was coming. Even since like the V-Rod days, I figured they'd do
Yeah.
something else with that platform.
How
'cause-
wild would it be to see a 1250, the Nightster, the Sportster
Yeah.
S motor on like a bagger or something
Yeah,
like that?
I figure it's
What?
coming eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe not that particular one, but I'd imagine you're going to have an overhead cam motor
Yeah.
coming eventually. But like the Buell, it's really a good thing for Harley. Honestly, I hope it gets in their pocket a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to kind of drive some
We
competition.
got to do something, guys. We got to do something.
Because that's how you get your cool bikes coming out.
'Cause we ain't
I mean,
selling
look
no
at like your
lowriders.
FXR back in the day.
Yeah.
That was kind of a statement because they'd been getting their ass whooped by the metric companies for so long with the whole AMF thing. So I think it's good for the industry for new bikes like that to come out.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool bike. So I'm excited to get on one eventually.
Maybe your next new bike.
I don't know. I think I'm done with the new bikes. We saw how I treated that one. I just don't know that it's worth it. I need to let somebody else take that initial hit.
Yeah, but you take that first.
I'll buy it
catch
from
you
you
when
in
the
6 months.
Yeah, when the depreciation
Yep.
hits, I'll go ahead and take that for it. Holler at me when you get the title in the mail.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Harley will bring like that. They had that Bronx concept a couple years
Yeah.
ago. Like something like that would be cool. Because they got really hot and heavy into the super hooligans this season.
Yeah.
Or the last 2 seasons, rather. And it seems like it's working for
Isn't
them.
that
So
like Pan Ams or something like
yeah.
that?
So this thing start off as adventure bikes, and
Yeah.
they turn them into full blown race bikes.
Well, they got the S now. I guess they did a lot of the super hoonigan
Yeah.
stuff. So they said we've got to come out with something like that. It's got the smaller front wheel. They're
Yep.
mags instead of lace wheels. And
It'd be a
stuff.
good platform to start off with.
Yeah.
Like you could buy that and probably put some foot controls on there and get out there and do pretty decent.
stock.
Yep.
Yeah, other than that.
I had actually bought a Pan America 2 race at an auction.
They're fun, dude. They're fun to ride.
It was a fun bike. Like I said, I've only ever rode Harley, so it was weird.
Well, it's,
Like I'm not gonna say I fell in love with the bike itself,
Yeah.
but I think it went like 140 plus stock.
Yeah, it's like 150 horsepower,
Yeah.
140 mile an hour stock, and like it's just something you don't typically get on a Harley.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a Harley at all. Everyone knows they had problems their first year though, and I had bought a 21, and
Yeah.
it was like electrical nightmares.
Yeah,
So I didn't trust it enough to turn it into a race bike, so I sold that, and that's where the Lowrider S came about.
you got to rev the piss out of those things, though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
You really got to rev them. They like those higher RPMs.
It was-
They sound wicked though.
I'd like to get another one day, especially if you put an exhaust on them.
Yeah.
Those things sound gnarly with an exhaust on there.
So I've heard them with the Vance and the Hines, and
That's what I had
and,
on
and
mine.
the Bassani, and the Vance and the Hines just blows the Bassani out of
Yeah.
the water on the sound on those things.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I don't know that I'd like it if I was like riding that bike every day.
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm getting old and
screaming.
soft, but it was a cool sound. I'd like to get another one day now that they've got the kinks worked out, but it's down the list.
Maybe you'll have to come up when we have our demo truck in April,
That'd be cool.
and we'll ride some of them.
I would like to ride one of the S's. Like that 17-inch front wheel should make a huge difference.
It cuts so much differently. Like I took them out and got to ride and stuff, and like that 17-inch front wheel, it just handles and it cuts so much different. Than
As
that
far as the
other
race
wheel.
bikes, that's probably like the most noticeable change.
Yeah.
Was going to 17s. Like that is completely different than anything I've ever really experienced. Everything I've had's had a 19 on it.
Is your Is your Road Glide running is it a 17-inch front
Yeah,
wheel?
so it's got RC components on there, front and rear. One, it makes it handle better, and two, it just opens you up to a lot better tire options. So you can run like sport bike tires on
Right.
there.
How do those sport bike tires handle under the weight difference between the?
Depending on the brand, like you can tell a difference in the brands, the stiffness of the sidewall.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, like I'm a big Pirelli guy. I really love those
Feel
tires.
like rolling out of the corners and
So
stuff.
when you're going into, especially like a long sweeper, you can
Yeah.
feel the sidewall give,
Yeah.
and it's got a wobble to it, but it's very predictable.
Yeah.
Like you know
So
it's
if you
coming.
know it's coming, you know what to do.
Yeah, the first couple times it'll scare the hell out of you.
Yeah.
But once you get used to it, like
Once
know
it
you're
flops
gonna
over
have,
and locks in,
Yep.
you're good.
You're gonna have a little bit of a wiggle there, but it's nothing to be concerned about. And like the confidence you have in the grip, second to none. Like if you put an actual slick on there,
Yeah.
it takes a lot to break that thing loose.
Yeah. I haven't never got to experience like slicks or anything. I rode, Pirellis on sport bikes and stuff, but I'm Dunlop American Elite 2s on my, Road Glide, and I feel like it does good. But like sometimes I can feel when I come out of the curve,
Yeah.
and really lay into
Get a little
it,
too much
starts
throttle.
wrinkling, yeah,
Yep.
starts to come out and stuff. Of course, I'm not a small guy.
It's just additional traction.
Yeah, just additional traction.
But yeah, I ran Pirellis, Dunlops. They all make good products. It's a bit of a learning curve. Like there's so much involved with tires that I never really thought about on the street. I mean, I was a service writer and technician for a long time. I know don't run them low, you're going to
Yeah.
cup them. But like realistically, that was the experience of my tire knowledge. You get into that and you're talking about 2 psi's night and day difference,
Yeah,
and
that
you
big
got to
of a
have
difference.
them up to temp, and like there's a lot that goes into it. You got your guys that have been doing it for a long time. They can look at your tire after a session or two.
Like you need
And
to
tell
put
you
a
what-
pound and a half in there.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever you say.
Yeah. Yeah, take your warmers off 17 minutes
Yeah.
before you go on.
Yeah, they've got all this stuff down to a science. Bridgestone actually has like reps out there at the BRL.
Okay, that's pretty
And
cool.
they've got like all their fancy gauges, and like they'll be out there with the thermometer measuring like different or looking at different sides of the tire.
Yeah.
Wizards.
Wizards. Now, what kind of tire life are you getting out of these? Or you have to throw them away after every track day, or you get multiple track day uses out of them?
So I try to do it as cheap as possible, and usually I'll race on a set and then use them for a practice day.
Yeah.
And then they're usually pretty well killed after that. Now,
And we're talking the slicks, right?
yeah, well,
What's something like that? What's a set of slicks cost?
they vary depending on if you can get a hookup, but typical retail probably $475. Yeah, probably $425 to $475
For a set?
Yeah,
That's not bad, but he is looking for tire sponsors.
absolutely. That's one of my biggest expenses. So typically I can get about a day and a half out of
Yeah.
a set. Fronts will last a little bit longer, but I always try to get a new set on there for races just because it's one less thing you got to worry about. Just kind of depends on how much money I got in my pocket that weekend.
Yeah. I ride on the street, man. I at least try to get 10,000 out of
Yeah,
it. I think I got 19,000 out of one of my front tires one time.
that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. Well, when it's never on the ground,
Yeah, got to save that mileage.
Yeah, got to save that mileage. What kind of gas are you? Are you just running pump gas, race gas?
Yeah, I think some of the guys are running like E85, and we kind of tampered with the idea,
Yeah.
just for like the
Stuff's
cooling
very
aspect
corrosive.
of it. Yeah, very much that. And then the inject. My idea was I wanted something I could run pump gas and E85
You got to
on.
have a lot of injector to run a E85.
Yeah, and what I was looking at is to have enough to run the E85, I was probably going to be too big of an injector to put it back to pump gas,
Yeah.
even with a full separate tune.
And then
So
you're
I-
switching tunes back and forth when you're.
Yeah, so I just run the highest whatever is at the closest gas station.
Yeah.
Like some of those guys are on like T4 and
You ain't
like some
running-
expensive stuff.
You ain't
like-
running out no VP. You ain't
No.
got a barrel on the trailer.
No,
you're
I'm
backing
going
around.
$30 in a gas can to the closest gas station.
You put me a little bit of that cherry smell good in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, everything we do definitely budgeted.
Yeah.
Like as cheap as possible. It's fun. Like I'm not naive enough to think I'm going to make a road racing career at 33 years old, but
It may
I just want to
happen.
go and have a good time.
Yeah. Hey, everybody likes to have a good time.
Yep.
You got any? Let's see. You got any like any of the guys in the big bagger racing, Road America or whatever? Who's you got any fanboying on any of those guys?
I always pull for the home guys. So you've got like Hayden Gillum.
Yeah.
He's from over like Owensboro.
Yeah,
area.
not too far from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I reached out to him too.
Jake-
Hayden, if you see this,
Jake Lewis is from here too, so I always pull for those guys. Really, all of them. Like, I really do just enjoy watching it. I'm excited that it's growing. King of the Baggers has almost gotten a little unattainable for like the average guys, just because the bikes have gotten so fast.
Dude, they're crazy.
But it's great for like race fans because the quality of the racing's improving.
Didn't one of the King of the Baggers guys beat one of the records for one of the sport bikes or something like that? Or
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, they're running pretty competitive times with some of the like super sport bikes, which is insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I got to ride with Rocco came out to one of the Fastline track days. And we were running a different group, but he did step down and ride with us for a few laps. And the difference in just his skill level is wild.
Well, his bike as well.
And then the bikes are insane.
Yeah. What do you think one of them bikes costs?
I couldn't even begin to tell
100
you.
grand? More
Easily.
than 100 grand?
I'd say more.
Because they got the mid controls. They got, custom primary cover. They it just...
I'm not going to air out anybody's business, but we were talking to one of the guys that ran with one of the bigger teams out there, and their budget for the year, which they were running a few bikes, their budget was, I think, over $4 million.
Something you'll never see in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm out here with a bike that I
pieced together,
sold parts off of to pay for.
Out here privateering your best life up.
Yeah, having a good time doing it.
Now, does your wife and stuff, is your daughter and wife going to travel with you a lot in 2026?
So they did pretty much the whole season last year, other than the California round, just because it's a nightmare trying to take a 2-year-old across the country.
Yeah.
Or I guess just a little over 1 at the time. But I think they're going to do most of the season with us this year.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. That kind of, because it's a lot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of time. It's a really big investment. And as much as I enjoy it, I almost feel guilty about like doing that.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're going and they both seem to have a good time with it, like, it makes it feel a little bit better.
So what's that feeling like when you're out on the track and you're riding? I guess they're like maybe standing up close to the track where you can see them or something, like you're in a good position, and like you roll by and you see your daughter and your wife over there.
I try not to look.
Yeah.
Like, I try to just 100% focus on what I'm doing because I don't want them out there when I go rolling across the ground.
Yeah. And how many times have you rolled across the ground?
I think it was 3 this year and then just 1 previously.
You're working on 0 times this
Hopefully,
year, though, right?
yeah. Especially with the new paint set. Like, I'm worried about keeping that
You have to call
thing.
Advan up. Hey, man, can I get another one of those fenders, or can I get another bag?
I thought about asking for like some extra saddlebags just because I know it's inevitable.
Now, I've seen those saddlebags. Those look pretty cool. They're all chopped up on the side and stuff.
Yeah, so those are made by a company called Hoppy. They were actually known for, if you've ever seen like the Road King Batwing fairings with like all the speakers and stuff, they did those, and then they also own Motor Trike that does like the trike conversions.
Yeah.
So they've kind of dabbled in the racing world a little bit. I think all that stuff's available through like Drag Specialties now. But then Advan Black's got something similar, but it's going to be more street useful because those things are about worthless on the street. Not talking bad about them, like they have their purpose, but Advan Black's going to come out with something that you can kind of use on the street and on the track.
I forget where I seen it at. Some company this past like a month ago or so, they have a chopped rear fender and they got chopped bags and they're up tighter too.
Yep.
Dude, that would look so sick.
Yeah.
But I run around with a King Tour Pack all the time because I'm just traveling. I got a big guy. I can put 2 T-shirts in a tour pack and it's full. You know what I'm saying? So just, it's not practical for me, but man, that stuff just looks really cool.
That's why I'm excited to work with Advan Black. Like I said, they've been listening to their customers and I think a little bit of my input even, and they're kind of designing stuff that is race inspired but still going to be useful on the road.
That'll be pretty fun.
Because, I mean, you don't want like the saddlebags I've got to try to use on a daily bike. Like
no, it'd be awful.
Like you said, put a T-shirt in there.
I got a bottle of water in this one and a candy bar in that one.
Yep. It's like having the old tool pouches on the dyno.
Strap them on there.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So I think it's kind of good for the industry. You're having a lot of products being developed because of this. I just want it to continue to grow. Like I said, I'm not trying to make a career. I just want to do what I can to push the sport.
Just a nice hobby. And, a hobby that you happen to be good at.
Yeah. I'm not going to say great, but doing pretty decent.
Well, you're doing pretty decent. You got what? So when did you win those championships?
2024 and then last year.
2024
and
and
both those were on the Softail.
You going for the 3rd one this year?
So I actually sold that bike.
Yeah.
I actually sold it before the season was over last year. So my beater daily bike I'm talking about, that's actually what I finished the season out on and won
Okay.
it on. But yeah, I'm just gonna focus on the bagger this year.
So what kind of bagger you got for
Uh,
2026?
it is a 17 Road Glide Special.
Okay.
Not really much of anything left stock on it other than what's required.
You have a 117 on that one?
Yep. The cranks at Revolution right now, they're getting everything welded and balanced. Pistons are sitting at the house, got cylinders, got heads.
What kind of pistons? You running Harley pistons?
Yeah,
or
they're going to be
aftermarket?
Harley this year. They used to make an old, like, 107 to 114 kit.
Uh-huh.
I think it's those. I'd have to go through and look. But yeah, it's going to be a fairly simple motor. I'm kind of hoping for
You port
130
polish
to
the heads or
140.
anything?
Yeah, they were worked over.
Yeah.
I got some bigger valves in there. Like, if I can get 135 out of it, I'll be happy.
Flying.
Which they call this the Super Street class.
Yeah.
It's designed to be a little more attainable for the average person. So, like, in theory, you could take your stock bike out there. That being said, it did kind of outgrow that pretty quickly. I wouldn't want to ride my race bike on the street, but it is
Yeah.
by the rules.
Look, I got a brand new Road Glide down there. I'll get.
Yeah.
I'll take the tour pack off.
Like, that's what they made it for. My buddy ran with me 2024, and he took his 100,000-mile street glide and did the whole season.
Oh wow.
We built the hell out of the motor. He was making like 150, I think, out
That's-
of an old twin cam.
Now you got to think of this. You got to think of this, dude. Motorcycles when they come out, the twin cams and stuff like that. You are flying if you had 100 horsepower.
Oh, yeah.
Like absolutely flying, like the Evos and stuff like that.
Yeah, we used to have T-shirts that said like 100 horsepower club because like you had to spend a significant amount of money at a dealership to get that done. So
Yeah.
like we'd give them a T-shirt,
Thousands.
and
of
there
dollars.
wasn't many of them.
Yeah.
Now you get a M8 and throw a cam in it, especially on these second gens, and
Stage
you're
2,
like 120.
129.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. Now we've got crate engines, 135 cubic inches out
And
of the
still
box
warranty.
with a warranty.
Yeah.
Making 140 horsepower out of the box.
People can hate on Screaming Eagle if they want, but the fact that you're able to attain your warranty the whole time, like, it almost makes it a no-brainer if you're going to buy a new bike.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
obviously you want more, but I mean, you get 140 horse, and if it breaks, I can take it to the dealership and they fix it. Hell
Dude,
yeah.
You can come in here and buy one of these brand new 2026s, slap a cam, an exhaust, and an air filter in it, and make 130 horsepower.
Yeah.
That's crazy
Yeah.
on a 600-pound, 700-pound motorcycle.
That's, like, my first bike was a Sportster. It was probably making like 45. And then even after getting
And you
into
couldn't
like,
even get out of the parking lot on that.
yeah, even getting into like the dynos and stuff. I mean, hell, those things were probably making 85 horse.
Yeah, it's crazy. So my first bagger was a 2020 Road Glide, and like previously before that, I'd rode Evos and twin cams and stuff like that. Oh, 98, 99 Heritages.
Yeah.
I've actually still got a 99 Heritage or 98 Heritage at the house. But like when I ride the old Heritage and then when I ride the newer bike, like it's night and day. I can remember the first time I bought my, I was expecting, the old Heritage, I get on it, roll into it and stuff. When I bought that 2020 and rode it home, and like I just cracked into it the first time, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Like it just a little tear shed. I
Yep.
was smiling real big and stuff. Like I did it. Like this thing's nice. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like it blew my mind at like the power difference.
I was a
in the
big
years and
dyno
stuff.
guy for years. And
You Dyna, bro?
yeah, didn't have any money, so it's not like I had built motors or anything.
Yeah.
But like I said, probably 80, 85 horsepower. And then I started working at the dealership in 2018. And the first M8 and first bagger I had was a Road King. It was a 17 model. And yeah, just completely
Those were
different
107s.
bikes. Yeah.
Yeah, those were 107.
Like, we
the
threw a
bottom
cam
end
in
in
it.
those things are crazy.
Yeah, we threw a 475 because that was like the cam back then.
Yeah.
Way too much cam for a 107.
Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah. Hit $3,000, it feels like you like hit a turbo. Your neck
Yeah.
snaps back, but below that it's just a dog. But we thought it was like the fastest thing ever back then.
Yeah.
Then we got into like some of the 124 kits, and like, it just keeps going. Now,
The 140s and 150s, these guys are bolting jugs on these things.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
like 160 is pretty easily attainable these days, like without completely breaking the bank. The money you would have spent to get 120 10 years ago is
You
now
get-
going to
yeah.
get you 160, 170
But now you got
horse.
the Gen 2 M8s, liquid cooled,
Yeah.
liquid cooled Harleys.
Yep.
It's wild.
Yeah, they've definitely made some big strides the past, I'd say, decade or so. And it's welcomed.
Yeah.
I've also kind of noticed the like Harley hate seems like it's dying down. I remember when I first got into it, like everyone hated the motor company.
Well, like last year when the M8s first started coming, or in 2017 or whatever, when the M8s started first coming out in that 107, oh, them M8s are junk, M8s are junk, and now everybody,
Yeah.
they're making big power out of M8s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with like when they killed the Dyna and made the Softail. Like everyone was hating on it until they rode one of those things, and like you can't hate on that bike anymore.
No.
I won't go without a M8 Softail now.
Yeah.
Like I'll always have one of those.
I'm too big for those, man. I love them, but
That's
I
the
need
only
like
downside.
extended forwards or a really super tall seat.
Yeah, so it absolutely sucks with my wife on the back. Like that's my only complaint about that
I
bike.
seen your ST, dude. You got the tour pack on the back.
Oh
you
yeah,
got
I
the
had it
bag.
set up
You
as
had
best
lowers.
I could.
You had lowers.
Yeah, that was the
on it.
winter setup.
Yeah.
I make it real ugly in the wintertime. Got like my touring lowers and my big tour pack and stuff, but it gets the job done.
You don't hardly see many of those STs outfitted like that. You ever thought about putting actual bags on it instead of the clamshells?
So I got rid of the clamshells. I hated those things.
Yeah.
It's got leather pros on it now.
Okay.
Which I've ran those on a few different bikes now. Huge fan of them.
What are you supposed to put in a damn clamshell? A jacket?
Not much.
Yeah, a jacket.
Especially those with like
And
the
the-
strut inside of it.
Yeah.
Like I'd try to load it up and then you gotta like force it shut and hope it doesn't explode on you.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool look, but yeah, they're not very functional.
Well, now they're symmetrical this year.
Thankfully.
Yeah,
that was the dumbest idea I've ever
I never
seen.
really paid attention to it till somebody said something. and I
But
walked
once you
behind
see
yeah,
it,
I'm
like you
what the
can't
hell?
unsee it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
And I seen Advan Black has the top load bags that's for them now, and they look pretty sweet.
Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff coming out. Like I said, great company to work with, and they're really putting in the development time.
Yeah. So how far are you away? You said your cranks at where is it at again?
It's up at Revolution, which I'd have to look their address up, but I think they're Wisconsin, somewhere up north.
And how far are you away from? Obviously you got to get your engine back together and stuff like that. You got everything else ready? You waiting on Advan? No, you just
I got a little gung ho when I first got back from Vegas after the season was over, so I ripped the motor out.
Tear it down, boys.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be doing the motor because I wanted to play by the rules this time. So motor's out. Crank should be back anytime. I sent it to him right around Christmas time. Told him like I'm not in any rush whatsoever. So that should be coming like anytime now. The bodywork's getting painted, so it probably the same boat there. Thankfully, everything else held together pretty good. Like I've got a couple little knick-knacky stuff to do, but I should have it good to go. I'd say probably by March.
Are you gonna design your next suit, or you just kind of like there's a green and black one, or
No, so I work with a company called Speed Farm up in Ohio, and he's got a guy making suits for him. He'll send you a template, and I'm not an artistic person at all.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like trial and error with me and an iPad and one of those little pencils. So we'll see how it turns out. Might look good, might look like crap, but
you get like flames up the legs
Yeah.
or something like that.
yeah, just gonna look like some copy and paste out of a magazine or something.
They say it looks cool.
That's kind of what happened with the purple last year. So if you ever go back and look at pictures, my bike's one purple and the suit's a completely different
Yeah.
one. I sent them the wrong color when I made my suit. So like it came and it's almost pink.
It works.
I was like, well, it's too late now.
Yeah, it's
So
more
I
of a fuchsia.
Yep. Ran around in a pink suit all year.
Well, it may have helped,
Yeah, maybe.
Got the title on there. Got any big vacations planned or anything this year in between? So what do you like doing? Like, obviously this is a big part of your life, racing and stuff like that. What do you like to do when you're not racing? I know you said you had that little girl and you like your baby girl and you like hanging out with her and stuff. What's something you guys like to, as a family, like to do besides getting out the hustle and bustle in the motorcycle world?
So I've been trying to figure that out because, like I said, once I bought that Sportster, like it really changed my life. Like,
Yeah.
That was it. I've always hung out with friends and kept good relationships with people and everything, but like every aspect of my life was kind of motorcycles.
Yeah.
If I was off, I was on a vacation. If I was working, I was at a dealership.
Yeah.
So now that she's come along, like there is a little bit of a void. Like I need some kind of hobby. The racing helps with that. Like that's my chance to get out on the track. And it does keep me pretty busy. Like between track days and racing, I'm usually at a racetrack a couple days a week or a couple weekends a month.
Yeah.
My wife and I and daughter now, we usually try to take a couple trips a year, be it Florida or wherever.
You just travel and stay in hotels? You got a camper or anything like
No,
that?
we talked about the camper thing. We've just been doing the hotels.
Toy hauler.
It would be nice, but damn, they're expensive.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah,
nowadays.
that's true. And I can't take the money with
Jake's
it. So
looking for a toy hauler
Yeah.
sponsor, guys. Any RV companies out there want to sponsor it?
I think we're gonna do like a van this year.
Yeah. Be like a high top, like
Get like a
Mercedes,
sprint, yeah, something
Sprinter.
like that, and kind of convert it into a camper.
Dude, those are fun.
So it'd be perfect for racing. And then my wife's also talked about like maybe taking it on vacations.
Yeah.
Now she says this, I don't know that she's gonna love it when she's crammed into a tiny van.
Yeah.
but-
We've been on the road for 3 days.
Yeah.
You wanted to do this.
So we'll see how that goes, but I don't know. We talked about maybe doing Disney with my daughter. That's another one that's very expensive, but she's kind of at that age where she's like loving Mickey Mouse
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So we may hit that, and if I'm smart, I'll try to loop it into like a bike week or
Yeah.
race weekend. or
Daytona's
something.
coming up, man.
Yeah, so we talked about maybe hitting Daytona, catching the King of the Baggers race, and then maybe jetting over to Disney World or Land, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We're just kind of figuring it out as it comes.
It'll be fun. What does your wife like to do? What is she very supportive of all this stuff, or is she you out racing again?
No, so I wouldn't ever expected her to be. Like it was a very odd choice on my behalf to get into, especially
30 years old.
Yeah,
I'm going to race motorcycles.
yeah, and
Yeah.
she's been fully supportive. Like I'm an incredibly lucky man. I'm married to an angel. She's my sugar mama.
You ain't
Like,
got to sugarcoat it, dude. Just because she.
No, for real. Like I'm incredibly blessed in that aspect. She's super supportive of all
Yeah.
this, and honestly, she kind of pushes me to continue to do it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I'm getting old. It's expensive. Like I've kind of
Wrecking hurts a little more as you get older,
exactly.
too.
So I told her last year, like, oh, I think this is my last year. And she like, no, it's not. Like you're going again.
You come in 3 years in a row, take it, and be like, all right, guys, you retire on the top. Retiring on the top.
Yeah, but yeah, she's been great. Really, everybody involved. Like I've got a lot of good friends that have helped out with everything. Her family, my family, like everyone's been supportive. It's really been a blessing, all of it.
Yeah. Now, when your daughter gets old enough to race, is she going to be the same way?
That's why I told her I need to get out of this while she's still young.
Yeah, that way she don't
Because
expect
I got a
it.
couple more years and she's going to be wanting to get out there on a little 50 or something. Like, it would be cool, but, like, as a dad, that also sounds absolutely terrifying. So I don't know where I fall on that just yet.
Have you seen they race those little pocket bikes?
Yeah,
You
those
see
things are
little
awesome.
kids all suited up. They're
Yeah.
out there dragging elbow and stuff.
Like, it'd be awesome to be a part of it, but then I think about, like, well, I wreck, so when she inevitably wrecks, like,
Oh, come
yeah.
here, baby. Come here.
I just don't know that I'm cut out to be
Yeah.
the race dad.
Get up. Get back on the bike. Suck it up. Has there ever been a time where you're like, this is it? It's like, I'm done. Have you ever been just discouraged so much that you're just ready to quit right then or anything?
Not really.
No? Been pretty smooth sailing so far?
Yeah, like, even with the wrecks and stuff, like, you get up kind of laughing.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to replay and figure out what went wrong, and in my case, most of the time, like I know exactly what it was as soon as it happens.
It's like I tapped the front brake.
Yep.
I panicked. I
Yeah.
panicked.
So I mean, it's something to laugh about. And then some of the people I've met through the BRL has been cool as hell.
Yeah.
So I've never really met like anyone that's rude or anything through any of the racing. Everyone's more than willing to help out. It's kind of given me some connections with a lot of companies and people that I never would have met. So it's a lot of opportunity there and a lot of different aspects.
Yeah.
And they make it such a welcoming environment between the BRL themselves, all the racers, all the sponsors and people helping out, that it's hard to get upset when you're out there. Like you get frustrated when you're hot and shit's not going right and you're trying to work on bikes and all that, but
Trying to make up some time in this specific
Yeah.
corner or something like that. People giving you pointers and stuff.
oh yeah, absolutely. So it's hard to be in a bad mood anytime you're out there. And then same thing with the track days. Like Fastline has been great to me. Chris and Becky are the owners. They've put together a fantastic organization.
Now, are they coaches, or is that just somebody that just do track days and host track days?
So they host the track days. Chris does coach a little bit, but they've put together a team of coaches. So they've got people for all kinds of different skill levels. Like if you're just trying to figure out, I've seen some people out there look like they're just learning to ride a bike.
Yeah.
And they'll work with them, and then they'll also be out there working with guys that are pro level riders, like trying to win championships and stuff. So there's a little bit for everybody. And since I've gotten into road racing, like everyone has been super welcoming.
So what's it like in the pits? Like everybody's super welcoming. You just walk through the pits. Hey man, nice bike. What are you doing for this?
Yeah.
Like, how does it like? What's it like in the pits? up there?
It's all really organic. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all, especially in the BRL side of things, we're all Harley people.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to talk about Harleys. A lot of us are going to have other shared interests.
Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds kind of trashy, but I've met a lot of people, like, after the day's kind of over, I'll grab a bottle of Jack and just kind of walk through.
Well, hey man, you are.
Yeah. And share a couple drinks with some people, just kind of get to talking and BSing. And like I said, it's all really organic. I've met some great people. And then that turns into the next morning, like, hey, let me help you out with this. Or, like, I'm struggling here. You got any pointers? And I've had people give me parts and advice.
Nice.
And, like, it's a competition, but it's not competitive in a
Right.
sense.
Y'all got a little shit talking going on in the pits and stuff. Like, man, I'm gonna eat you up.
That's
blah,
not
blah.
really me,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there's some going
Yeah.
out there. Like, I really just want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm honestly probably not the best person for racing. Like, I'm not super competitive. I'll just
You
enjoy
just out here
it.
flowing.
Yeah, I
dreads
just like to
blowing
have a
in
good
the
time.
breeze.
Like, if I get close to that guy, I'm going to try to beat him. But
Yeah.
if he's just way better than me, then yeah.
Yeah.
Good job,
Got
man.
it. Good to go. Man, we're probably getting pretty close to wrapping it up here. So we'll get going. Is there anything that you want to leave your listeners with other than you're looking for some sponsors, man?
Yeah.
This stuff's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, for the sponsorship, I'm open to working with a lot of people. Anything I can do.
Be like
So-
Ricky Bobby, put big Fig Newtons across.
Yeah, right across the visor.
Right across the visor on the front. I can't see shit out of this thing.
Now, I am looking for people to work with. It is a very expensive hobby.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to do it as long as I can. It's kind of the plan. Biggest thing is if I can help anybody get out there, be it track days or racing or whatever, like, please reach out. I'd like to think I'm pretty approachable. I can talk to anybody.
Rue, put his social medias up right here for us. That way.
Like
Where can people find you at?
Instagram, I think, is 718 Racing. And then Facebook is Jake McGuire. I think the URL thing is
Yeah.
Jake McGuire 718. That's the only two I really use. But yeah, if I can help anybody in any way get into it, just please reach out.
And then, like I said, track days at the NCM's coming up. Rue, if you don't care, put a list of those track days up here for us.
Yeah.
Jake's going to be at those.
Yeah, we'll get you a schedule for those. I'm going to try to make it out to all of them as long as I'm not at a race. And then the BRL, of course, their social media is just Bagger Racing League on everything. And they've got their schedule posted for the year.
All right. All right, guys. You heard it from Jake. If you need anything, reach out to him. He'll get you into this stuff. Otherwise, if you're looking to sponsor somebody, Jake's looking for sponsors. Man, it was great having you out. Thank you for coming all the way up.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see you out there in August.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking
right.
forward to it.
Take it easy, guys.